Wisconsin's recall vote to decide the fate of Republican Governor Scott Walker is underway right now.
If Walker wins, it would be the first time a governor kept his seat during a recall election. Jeff Flock joins us live from Wisconsin. He's got the very latest. Jeff.
Might be a little boost to the stock market, too, don't you think, guys? We are at Walker headquarters. Take a look. A lot of folks bust in from out of town. Media folks. Well, that's not the only folks that were bust in out of town. A lot of supporters and union organizers also coming in from out of town. There, by the way, is the stage where you'll see Scott Walker later this evening making what he hopes is a victory celebration. You know, it has been a day of incredibly high turnout. And, you know, in a race like this one where you don't have a lot of undecided voters, I mean, they've been essentially fighting this battle for the last 2 years. In a day like that, the polls have indicated it's fairly close. There are not a lot of undecided voters. It all comes down to turnout. And I think that's what will be, in the end, the tale of the tape tonight. Was it really in those rural areas where Walker does well, or was it in the Madisons and the Milwaukees? We'll be here watching that stage later this evening. A big race. Much bigger implications, perhaps, than even Wisconsin.
Jeff Flock, thank you very much, sir. Good reporting. Appreciate it.
Thanks, David.
The Wisconsin election has fired up political rhetoric from both sides of the aisle. You can bet that. So we wanted to take a look at some cold, hard numbers.
The unemployment rate in Wisconsin is now at 6.7%. That compares to 7.7% in January 2011 when Scott Walker took office as governor. CEO Magazine ranking Wisconsin right now number 20. On its list of best states to do business in 2010, it was down at number 41. So will this election just come down to who can get the job done? Lou Dobbs, host of Lou Dobbs Tonight, is here. While the charge is made against President Obama that he's attacking his opponent because he can't run on his record, Scott Walker feels pretty comfortable running on his record.
I can't imagine how the unions can even begin to say we want to recall this man because of the way he's performed in office. Because he's eliminated a $3.6 billion deficit without laying anybody off. He has moved the government, the state government, toward a $150 million surplus next year. What he has done has been remarkable, and all of the fear tactics that have been employed by the Democratic Party and by organized labor in this. And it started with, oh, he's going to destroy state jobs, he's going to lay people off, he's going to fire them. These folks, by any standard in the state of Wisconsin, are overcompensated compared across the country to state workers. I mean, they are now beginning to make some contribution to their benefits, to their retirement. Oh, my goodness, this must be painful.
What he did do
ridiculous.
that they're complaining about is that he severely curtailed what public employees can do as far as bargaining and changing the system.
Yeah.
But one could argue that the state was in dire straits, as many states are, and that certain things have to be done.
Absolutely. And the idea that he would impinge on the collective bargaining powers of unions, my goodness, I think the country should just get very concerned, because we have moved as a nation in an idiotic path. Who in their right mind would turn over to public employees in civil service jobs, to begin with, the power to bargain against the taxpayer? Who represents the taxpayer when the government then meets with the unions, which have collective bargaining powers? It's madness. It should never happen.
By the way, there's another thing that Scott Walker did, was he made it optional as to whether public workers had to join a union. Before Scott Walker's movement, you had no choice. There was no option. As a result of now having that option, union membership has done what in Wisconsin?
Dropped by more than half. And the reality that we have to look at here is that this is a country right now that has gone through a period of time, I would say 40 to 50 years, in which we've been delusional because we've been wealthy. We've squandered our legacy. That's reflected in a $16 trillion national debt. We have squandered our legacy. That's reflected in 4 consecutive years of trillion-dollar deficits or greater. And we have not been stewards for the next generation. We are the only generation to make the conscious decision at many state levels and the national level that we will put greater burdens on the succeeding generation rather than bequeath to them greater prosperity and wealth. And you know, shame on us. This is where it has to stop, because if it doesn't, we're going to be in very big trouble.
Lou Dobbs, no doubt, will be talking more about this tonight. We will see you tonight at 7 p.m.
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed in Wisconsin.